Good morning, Wildflower Warriors. I'm so excited to chat with you for a second, for a little bit, chat with y'all. I'm gonna tag some people that I just see on already. I know these people they've already heard my Scentsy story, but you know, one thing, I had someone ask me like, why do you share all your stuff like that? And I'm like, I will share my Scentsy story until I'm blue in the face. Okay, I will share my Scentsy story until I'm blue in the face. Why? Because if my story can help one person, if my journey can inspire one person, if it can just give them the idea that they can do this too, that's what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna put all my business out there. Hey, Brittany, I tagged y'all. I saw you guys were the first ones on. I know you've already heard my Scentsy story, so you don't have to stay if you've already heard it. But that's my goal. My goal is to just inspire you guys and show you that like you can do this. Hey, Megan. And it's not going to look like everybody else's. Oh my gosh, the exterminator's here. Well, he gonna have to just be here. It's not going to look like everybody else's. It is like growth is not linear. And I've told you guys this before. It's not linear. If you hear dogs barking, just ignore it. Okay. Cause we're going to call him back later. It's fine. Don't tell Kevin because Kevin really doesn't like bugs. I'm the bug killer in our house. He is not about it. Anyways, I just want to inspire you. I want to inspire you. I want you to know you can do it. And so, yeah, we're going to jump into it, okay? All right, so I joined Scentsy in 2019. I have done multiple direct sales. And so when I talk to people and they're like, I've done direct sales. I'm really nervous. I don't want to do another one. I'm like, but this is so different. And I know you probably heard that quote, you're not starting over, you're starting with experience, but it's so true, okay? And I had never promoted in those direct sales. I never even came into Scentsy thinking, oh, I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to have a team. Like that was not how this went at all. Okay. So, Kevin was it's a physician associate now, not physician assistant. Make sure that I gotta make sure I say it right. But he was in a PA school through the Army's program. And with the Army, they slam it together, okay? You get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and you do all of your clinical rotations in 18 months. So it was literally like a deployment, but he was home inside our house, but like we couldn't talk to him. He was busy studying. We never saw him. It was just me taking care of our 3 boys on my own. We lived in San Antonio, Texas at the time, and we had just moved back from Germany. Okay. So there's a lot going on there, right? So it was a lot, but Kevin was excelling and I literally kept looking at him thinking, when is it going to be my turn? Like, when do I get to do something? When do I get to do something great? What about me? The older boys were in school at the time and I just had Zach. Zach was 1. And I was so jealous. And so I was miserable for a while. I was miserable when he was in that program. We moved from San Antonio. The next year we went to Fort Stewart, Georgia, which is in the middle of nowhere. Okay, middle of nowhere. We were supposed to go to Hawaii. Last minute moving truck came. Instead, we ended up at Fort Stewart, Georgia. I was not pleased. All right. And I knew we'd only be there for a year. So I was like, I'm not making friends. This is pointless. We're going to be here for a year and then we're headed out to our next duty station. But I saw on the neighborhood page that someone was asking about Scentsy. Okay. So if you have a neighborhood page, you need to be taking advantage of your neighborhood page. I saw Whitney post, hey, I'm a Scentsy consultant. And I thought, oh my gosh, I love Scentsy. This exterminator man is still walking around outside my house, y'all. I'm so sorry. He's like, try not to let him see me because I'm right in the front of the house. Like, I can see him. I wonder if he can see me. Don't make eye contact. Okay. Anyways, he walked to the side. I think he's just going to do the outside. It'll be fine. But on the neighborhood page, she posted, this is my life, you guys. And so I thought, I want to smell some Scentsy. I had gotten a Scentsy warmer and my first wax skinny dip in as a wedding present in 2011. This is 2019, okay, that all this is happening. And so I commented, I would love to smell some scents. And she said, I will drop off some testers to your house and you can smell them. Just let me know when you're ready for me to pick them up. okay. So I did. So she dropped them off and I was sitting there and I'm smelling all the smells one day. I'm home alone. Kevin was delivering babies at the hospital. And I was like, wow, this is so good. So I wrote down my list, placed an order. I was like, yeah, here we go. So I started ordering all the Scentsy, okay? All the Scentsy. And Whitney had said, you're spending enough to where you should just join to make money back on your own purchases. No, girl, I'm not doing that, okay? That was not, no. People have done that to me before. I'm not doing that. All right. I don't want to sell nothing. I'm not good at that stuff. Okay. That was like my mindset. But then my boys and Whitney's oldest son, they were on the same baseball team. And she turned around one day at practice and said, hey, it's May 1st. There's a $25 joint special. Have you thought any more about getting paid back on your own orders? And I was like, yeah, girl. Okay. If you know me, I am serious about certain things, but if someone is in my face and they're like, you should do this, or if they say, I have this special, I'm going to go with it. You can let them in. It's fine. Put Lil upstairs and you can let the exterminator in. My oldest would help me there. But I was like, you know, I cannot say no. To the point where, you guys, the other day, this guy at the coffee place was like, we have this new special. You should get this. It did not sound good. But I thought maybe he was like working towards a quota. And so then I felt bad and I just said yes and ordered it. And my husband's like, you don't even like that. I know. And I'm not going to drink it, but I paid for it. It's fine. That's where we're at. Okay. So she's looking at me and I'm like, So what did I do on May 2nd? Because I knew I could not avoid her for the whole baseball season. I joined Scentsy, but only to get paid back on my own orders because I definitely was not going to sell a darn thing. Okay. We did my launch party. I did not show up. I didn't show up to my own launch party. All right. So just have a little bit of hope. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of hope for people. Yeah. Hot mess. Okay. So I didn't show up to my own launch party. Isaiah's showing him all the bug things outside. No, don't talk to your mom and dad. Your mom is training. He's going to have to wait. Anyways, but I loved getting money back on my own orders. And I got a little bit of a check from my own orders. And I thought, I can purchase Starbucks. This is so exciting. My kid's going to pop in here in a second. I know it. And I was like, I can get Starbucks. And Kevin can't say anything. So I was like, this is really cool. Then I asked a few friends. So if you're newer, ask a few friends. Can I just practice being a Scentsy consultant? Okay. With you, just let me practice and see if I can get you some orders, okay? So I did that, and I thought, wow, this is like decent money. And then I decided I wanted braces. So I paid for braces for myself, and I was super excited, and I was like, this is really great. But I was comfortable in my business. I did maybe one party a week, maybe, okay? And really, I mostly let people come to me for that, all right? And I would go live in these parties, and then that was it. So then, fast forward, Kevin and I, we moved to Fort Hood, but I had convinced my husband. I was ready to homeschool. I knew it. I had been praying about it, and I wanted to live in an RV. That was my dream, Lord. So I do love living in an RV. Obviously, we don't live in one now, but I did love it. And then, so Kevin dropped us off at Fort Hood, Texas, went back to Georgia to graduate, and I fell into being a lead consultant. So we had another joint special, and someone was like, hey, I'm pregnant. I'm not working right now. I'd love to make some extra money. And I was like, okay. Cool. And I didn't do anything. I didn't help the girl. I didn't help her with the launch part. Nothing. Okay. Did not lead. I was just like, okay, good luck. Be a Scentsy consultant. Like, you do you. He's scraping the roof. You do you, girl. Okay. And, I didn't lead that poor girl. I really, really didn't, but it was okay. So then Kevin came home in October, and he was a completely different person. He was completely different. And everything that I knew and that I was comfortable in my own home started falling apart really, really fast. Okay. He looked different. He was acting weird. He didn't really know that he wanted to be married. He was like, I don't even know if I want to be a dad. Like, I feel like, oh, this happened so fast. We've been married for 8 years. What do you mean this happened so fast, sir? Okay. It was like the whole thing. And I was a homeschool mom. And so it's not like I could just go and get a job. You guys, like, that wasn't what was happening. Like, I'm a homeschool mom. What am I supposed to do? Right. I have followed him around the world. I have supported him in all these things. I pretty much was emotionally neglected for 18 months while you were in PA school, okay? Like there was a lot going on. And so I was pissed. I was frustrated. I'm like, I know this is a joke. Like, what is happening? Everything just crumbled. And we were so like in it to win it. We were so excited for the next stage of our life after school, and then it just fell apart. And so we go to our homeschool community once a week like we do now, only I wasn't teaching at the homeschool community then, like I do now. And we were brand new, y'all. Brand new in the school year. Don't know anybody. We know nobody here. It was just me and the boys, and Kevin. And one day I came home and Kevin's stuff was gone. No communication, no nothing. Everything was gone. And I literally just sat on the RV bed like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, this is not what I had planned for my life at all. Like, I was not planning to be a single mom with 3 freaking kids and homeschool. And I knew God had called me to homeschool. So I just could not figure out why he was letting all of this happen to us and our family and what was going through Kevin's head. Later, I came to find out, and through a lot of counseling, we came to find out that it was a lot of PTSD stuff from Kevin. And it's just snowballed with so many things, but just working on kiddos in the ER who didn't make it, delivering babies who didn't make it. And it was just a lot of PTSD stuff going on in his head all at once. And it just came all together and was a big mess. But he didn't communicate any of that to me. He just was like, I don't want to be married. I'm better off alone. You deserve better. I can't do this. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening. This is not what I planned for my whole life. Okay? At all. So I couldn't really even teach my boys. Like, I literally laid in the RV bed, and most of the time I was just crying, but God definitely filled in the gaps for that year. My gosh. And I just kept thinking, how do I do this alone? How am I supposed to do this alone when I know that I was called to homeschool these boys? How am I going to do this? Do I work at night? Do I put the kids in school? But like, I feel like that's not my calling. Like, what am I supposed to do? And so I knew it wasn't who Kevin was, like at his core, but I couldn't talk crap about him because like that's my kid's dad. You know what I mean? And he loves being a dad. He just something was not right during that time. And so I just sat there and was like, I'm screwed. And so I just waited and prayed and waited and prayed. And then I got a phone call from Whitney one day. I was supposed to have a leadership call and completely blanked. Of course, my brain was not there. And she point blank asked me, and if you know Whit, you know she's going to give it to you straight, and she's not going to beat around the bush because it's a business for her. It brings in real money for her family. This is what she does full time. And so she's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, nothing. I don't want to do anything with Scentsy. Like, don't care, cannot focus, do not care about Scentsy. I want to do nothing. And she was like, okay, well, I'm just going to let you know that your business will never, ever leave you. And I thought, okay. But when I hung up with her, it literally hit me that like, this business is here. It's mine for the taking. What am I going to do with it? Right? So your business will never, ever leave you. You can leave it, but your business will never leave you. All right. It is the one thing that you have control over. And I know people think I'm crazy, but you have absolute control over your PRV. It is about how much work you're willing to put in. Okay. So side note, never put your kit down. Okay. Don't put your kit down. You can slow down. You can get tired. Do not put your kit down because life can change in an instant and you do not know when you might need this business to literally save your life. And I mean that in so many different ways, shapes, and forms if you've heard other people's Scentsy stories. So Whitney did not force it. She did not shove it down my throat. Come here, kitty. Tell y'all we got a cat. She stays away from me. Anyways, it wasn't forced on my throat. It wasn't shoved in my face, which was huge. Whitney gave me her boundaries and she was like, hey, like, I am not here to piddlefoot around, right? This is a business for me. And I really look at that and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Okay. She's willing to hold people accountable, but she's not willing to shove it down their throats. And so leaders, I want you to know that. Do not shove it down people's throats. Okay. If they are not ready for it, they're not ready for it. That's fine. You cannot spend your wheels and spend your time in on people who don't want it. That's okay. All right. You need to be honest with them. You need to be honest with yourselves. Everybody else, if you're not a leader, if you do have a leader, you need to be honest with your leader about where you're at. You don't have to give them the full nitty gritty of your life, but I don't want big things right now. Respect. Cool. Got it. Right. I'm ready to go all in. Respect. Cool. Got it. Let's go. You have to be honest. Okay. So I want y'all to know that. All right. But if it was shoved down my throat, if Whitney had been nasty, I would not be where I'm at today. I just wouldn't. Okay. I knew I didn't have money, and I knew that for my boys, I wanted them to have the same type of life that they have right now. And that with me and my husband together, I wanted to be able to provide that on my own. I wanted that quality as a single mom. And so I've been a single mom before. I was a single mom with my oldest son. I got him my sophomore year of college. And I knew that I could, with God, I could do anything. I could figure it out. I just had to figure out, how can I do it all? Homeschool, make money, take care of the boys. How can I do this all? Okay. And so there was a training program, and a lot of people were talking about it. They were talking it up. I was looking at my leaders team page, and I was like, dang, they're all talking about this. Wow. And I remember one of my girls asked me, if I was going to go, that I was leader of. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? I'm not going to that training program. Okay. That was my mentality. But it didn't click. It still had not clicked that Scentsy was going to be my ticket to literally have all the things that I was wishing, hoping, dreaming, trying to figure out how to get. Scentsy was it, because I had this vessel in my hand. I just didn't know how powerful that vessel was. Okay. And I didn't have any confidence in myself to get that vessel. All right. So I was cleaning, and then one day I was like, you know what? Let me just sit here and let me just turn this program on and see what happens. So I did. I listened to the first one, and I was amazed. These women speaking were confident. They were bold. They knew what they were talking about. They were going to take no ish, and they were going to make it happen for themselves. These were badass women with wax and warmers. Okay. They had quit their 9-to-5s, retired, and replaced their income, doubled their income, tripled their income with Scentsy. And I was like, what? And so then I sat there and I thought, why can that not be me? Why can I not work from home with wax and warmers and do the same exact thing? Okay. So they had it inside of them. And that meant to me, if I could hear their stories, all of them, and they were so different, then what was different from me to them? Nothing, right? What's different to you? Nothing. It's all inside of you. You have to choose to show up for you, for your family. Okay. When people are making excuses like, oh, I can't do Scentsy. Like, hopefully I hit this number, but I don't know because I'm traveling. You have a cell phone. You can do this business from anywhere. Oh, I can't do it because I have a 9-to-5. Well, I know multiple women, many women who've done this business with a 9-to-5 job, with multiple children, with a spouse, with a second job, and they've done the darn thing, and now they're living their best lives. I can't do it. I have a toddler. Don't even start with me. We're not even going to go there. Okay? You're one toddler. I promise you can do this business. You'll be fine. Okay? I promise. The only thing stopping you is you. That's it. Okay? Let go of all the outside excuses. Literally the only thing stopping you is you. All right? You don't need a good sponsor. You don't need outside support from anyone in your family. If they think you're crazy, they think you're crazy. Let them. Guess what? They're gonna be thinking you crazy when you got that big old check. Okay? And you're living your best life because you put the work in. Hello? Let people think you're crazy. You do not need a good sponsor to do this business. Let me just be very, very clear. Okay? If you're on this team page, you do not need a good sponsor because I provide everything for you. And I do it for a reason. And there are other people that pour into this team page that provide everything for you. And they do it for a reason. And they do it because they know what this business has done for them. And they want you to get everything you want out of it. Okay? So everything you need business-wise is in your workstation on this team page. All the support you need is right here. Right? I do have to go through and kick some people out because they're no longer consultants. But there's over 100 people here that will love you and support you and uplift you. Everything you have is right here, okay? The potential you have is already inside of you. You have to wake up. You have to wake up. You have to choose to do something else. You have to choose that you're worth working towards your dreams and what you want, because this is a vessel. And Scentsy might not be your end goal, but it's a vessel to get to your end goal. If you want to own a bakery and you don't have the money, Scentsy's your ticket right now, right? If you want a new house, and you're like, how are we going to do? Scentsy's your ticket right now. If you want to stay home with your babies, Scentsy is your ticket right now. It does not have to be your end all goal, but it's your ticket. You just have to use that ticket to your advantage, okay? So I started to wake up when I really realized that I could only save myself. No one was ever going to save me. It was all up to me and Jesus. Okay. I decided I would never, ever, ever feel stuck somewhere I did not want to be or somewhere I was not valued ever again. And I decided that I will never feel like I cannot provide for my kids if something was to happen. That is how I felt. And I was going to make the choice. And so I made the choice and I took up my power, and you can do the same thing. Make the choice, take up your power. Don't just come to meetings, implement what you're learning, implement from the trainings, show up. Do it tired, do it scared, do it with no excuses, do it while you're laying in your bed, rubbing your kid's back with an AirPod in your ear as he pukes, okay? Just show up. Just show up, all right? And then implement what you learn, okay? When you want something bad enough, you will figure it out. Point blank, period. You will figure it out. You will make a way. That's the way it goes. When your back is up against the wall, you have no choice but to make a move, right? Otherwise, you're going to die, okay? We have to make a choice. So to give you numbers in your head of how fast this went, when I really started focusing, and yes, this was during hypergrowth, but I did put the work in. It was the foundation. March 2020, I joined in May of 2019. March 2020, I hit star. April of 2020, I hit superstar consultant. May of 2020, I hit director. During this time, I was healing my family. I was going to multiple counselings with my husband, all the things. With our children, we moved out of the RV into a house, then into a house, into another house, because military, AC broke, if you know, you know. And then in November of 2020, I hit star director. And in September of 2021, I hit superstar director. Passion will get you over talent any day. Any day. Your passion is contagious. My VIP group knew what I was working towards. They knew what was going on in my life. I chose to share that with them because I was going to make it happen. But your passion is contagious. And when you start showing your passion for your team, what you're doing, the products, okay, and the love of your business, it will be contagious. People will want to say yes to you because they see your passion. They're excited for you. They want to bless you. They want to help you, okay? So open your mouth. A closed mouth is a closed business. You've got to open your mouth. You've got to show your face. You've got to let people connect to you, and you've got to make the decision, then put in the work, okay? So now those women that I watched in awe, that I thought I want to be like them one day, are literally some of my very best friends. We're in a group chat. We talk every single day. They are amazing. We had the best of the best time together in Cabo. We're going to have the best of the best time together at SFR. I watched them, and now I'm one of them. That literally makes me want to cry. But that's what I want for you guys. Oh, Lord, I'm okay. I'm okay. They work on another level. If I could show you guys what they do on a daily basis, you would be like, Anya, you ain't shit. Okay, like I'm serious, I'm not trying to be funny. They work on another level. Their vision, their goals are on a whole nother level. And once they hit that goal, they up it and they up it and they up it. And that's why they are literally some of the best in this business. Amber Ryan, Whitney Hebel, Katie Lasser, Chastity Robinson, Ray Anderson, every single one of them. They are amazing, okay? So my heart, wrap this up, is to inspire you that you can do it. You can work towards your goals. You just have to want it. That's the guy, I'm coming. You have everything that you need, okay? And my goal is that you guys would see that I want to love those who don't really want it or who aren't ready to wake up. I'm always here to love you and give you the support that you need. I'm always here to give you what you need in your business, okay? I'm always here for that. And if you're like, Anya, I need someone to pray for me, I am here for that. You do not have to be at the top of our leaderboard for me to want to love on you and even help you. That's literally what I'm here for, okay? So if you're like, I'm just here to get paid back on my orders, that's okay. I love you. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you get whatever your success looks like, okay? If you are like, I want this business. I'm ready. I need to change my life. Something has to give. Or I, wasn't really awake, but now I'm awake now. Hey, I'm about to be a single mom with 3 kids. What do I do? Been there. I get it, okay? I get it. Let's do the darn thing. That's what I want. I want you guys to see my heart. It's not for me to sit here and be like, I'm at the top of the company. Because what is it if you're at the top but you're alone? That's nothing. My heart is not being about the top. That's a title, okay? And my heart is to help you guys get to where you want to be and the success you want for your life, whatever that looks like. Just remember that your life can literally change in an instant, okay? I'm here for all of that. I'm here to help you. If you have no one else to believe in you, you got me. All right. You have this group. We love you. All right. My vision is that I would walk hand in hand with those who want to sit at the top. Okay. And tell you that you can sit with me always. And even if you don't want to be at the top, you can still sit with me. You are always welcome, and you're always a part of the Wildflower Warrior family, okay? So I want you to know, like, I want you guys to see my heart. So when I come at you harsh, when I come at you and I'm like, no, that goal is not big enough for what you have inside of you. I see so much potential in you before you will even see it in yourself. And that was a gift that Whitney gave to me that I can literally, Lord, I'm going to cry again, never repay her for. I cannot repay what we live in this house because of Scentsy. Okay, my car, I bought my car as a homeschool, stay-at-home mom. I bought my car by myself. Nobody else's name is on that because of Scentsy, okay? Because of the work I'm willing to put in and everything that I've really worked hard to build, okay? So she saw potential in me before I saw it in myself. And I want you to know that I see potential in you before you ever see it in yourself. I would never ask someone to join if I did not see potential in them. I wouldn't do it. I'm not just going to ask anybody, right? I have to see that potential. And then I see you guys when you're doing your work and I'm like, she's got it. She's got it. She has to wake up. Man, why does she not want more? And it's hard for me, but I know that you have to run your own business. All right. So I'm here when you're ready to wake up, when it clicks. Okay. I want you to know that this can be your ticket to whatever you're dreaming of. Whatever it is, Scentsy can be your ticket, and I'm here to help you get there. All right. I want to lead you well. I want to lead you well, one, so that if you're a leader or you want to be a leader, you can lead others well. You know what that looks like. But like I said, you don't have to have a successful sponsor or even a good sponsor in order to do well here. That's why I send out shout out emails. That's why I tag you guys for mid-month shout outs and all these things, because I want you to know that even if nobody else sees you, I see you. I'm looking at your numbers. I will give you that one-on-one shout out, okay? Takes a little bit to get to everybody, but I will give you that because I see you and I care about you as a person, not just in Scentsy, all right? I want to lead you well so that you can feel valued because you deserve to feel valued, because so many people don't feel valued in their life and in everything that they're doing, but you deserve to feel valued, not because of anything you've done, but just because you're a human being. Because you're here. And I know you're here for a reason. It is not by accident that you are on the Wildflower Warrior team. 110%. I know that. Okay. And I want you to reach success, whatever that looks like for you. If that is you just putting in 500 PRV a month and that's your success, cool. If that's you pushing the limit and you doing the most, cool. If that's you getting paid back on your own orders or maybe just being active once a year, cool. I want you to have whatever success looks like to you, and I'm here for that. So that is my Scentsy story. I love y'all. You have everything inside of you to be successful. You just have to choose to do the work, and you have to choose to show up even when you don't want to, okay? It does take that. It is easy work. It's the same work over and over again, but it is work, and that's the choice you have to make. So if you are ready, this is why I challenge. I'm like, challenge 50 people. Let's go. Let's do these join conversations. And I do them with you. That was a lot. I'm sorry. Love you. But I did it. I did it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? You have them. And now I've got 3 people that are looking to join Scentsy and 1 on the fence. I got another message this morning. So it's worth it to put in the work and do it. But I love y'all. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, let me know. Okay? Y'all have the best Monday. This is a good way to start the week. So you have it inside of you. Go do big things. Bye, guys.